All right, buckle up, because today we're diving literally into some of the most terrifying cave accidents in history. You ever had a bad day? Well, I guarantee it wasn't as bad as these guys. First stop, way back when in 1967, a group of six cavers decided to take on the Mossdale Caverns, one of the most extreme cave systems in the UK. These weren't just casual hikers, they were experienced spelunkers who knew what they were doing. But what they didn't know was that Mother Nature had other plans. The group entered the caverns on June 24th, navigating the tight, claustrophobic tunnels deep underground. Hours into their journey, heavy rainfall started above ground. So much rain that it turned the narrow passages into raging water traps. The tunnels began flooding fast, and before they knew it, their way out was gone. Rescue teams were sent in, but the conditions were brutal. The water was too powerful, the passages too dangerous. After days of searching, reality set in. The six cavers weren't coming out. The decision was made to seal the passage, leaving them entombed within the flooded caverns forever. Yikes. Next stop is Boesman's Gat, aka Bushman's Hole, aka the deep dark abyss of Nope in South Africa. This place isn't just deep, it's one of the deepest submerged freshwater cave systems in the world, plunging a terrifying 282 meters straight into pitch black underwater doom. And yeah, things get real dark, literally and figuratively. Let's rewind to 1994. A 20-year-old diver named Dion Dreyer, who was no amateur by any means, decides to take on Bushman's Hole. Everything's going fine, until it isn't. Something goes horribly wrong during the dive, and Dion never resurfaces. Just like that, he vanishes into the depths, his body lost somewhere in the cold, silent blackness of the cave. It was tragic. Heartbreaking. And for 10 years, his family had no closure. But hang on, this story's just getting started. Enter Dave Shaw, a world-renowned cave diver, known for pulling off dives most humans wouldn't even joke about. In 2004, a full decade after Dion's disappearance, Shaw stumbles upon Dion's preserved body during a record-breaking dive at 270 meters. Instead of just logging the find and heading back to the surface like a sane person, Shaw decides he's going to retrieve the body. Out of respect, out of honor, out of sheer badass diver energy. So he plans a recovery mission. It's precise, it's dangerous, it's being filmed, and when the day comes, Shaw descends into the abyss again, this time armed with everything he needs. He reaches Dreyer's body, and that's when everything starts to go wrong. The body, which had been preserved for 10 years, suddenly floats and shifts, making the recovery unstable. Shaw's gear begins to fail, his rebreather malfunctions, his oxygen runs low, and then silence. Shaw never returns. He dies right next to the man he was trying to bring home. But then comes the creepiest twist ever. Both bodies end up floating to the surface days later. Yup. After all that, Boesman's Gat literally gives them back, like the cave itself had a change of heart. So in the end, Shaw did what he set out to do. He brought Dion home. He just didn't expect to come with him. If you thought that was bad, wait till you hear about the Nutty Putty Cave incident. The Nutty Putty Nightmare. Sounds kind of cute, right? Like some fun little adventure spot? Nope. It's actually the scene of one of the most horrifying cave accidents ever. Picture this. 2009, Utah. John Edward Jones, 26 years old, a medical student, decides to go caving with his family. He's got experience. He's done this before. What could possibly go wrong? Well, everything. Nutty Putty Cave is famous for its insanely tight passages, barely bigger than your body tight. John, he accidentally wriggles himself headfirst into a tunnel called the Birth Canal. Except surprise, it wasn't the Birth Canal, it was an even smaller dead-end tunnel. And now he's stuck, completely wedged in, upside down, in a tunnel only 10 inches across. That's smaller than a damn microwave. His family calls for help, and boom, rescue teams show up. Over 130 people try everything, ropes, pulleys, drills. They even manage to move him a few inches. But here's the kicker. His body is literally collapsing under its own weight. Being upside down for hours is wrecking his circulation, crushing his organs. And after 27 hours of fighting to stay alive, John stops responding. And here's where it gets really messed up. They can't even get him out. The cave is too unstable. So, guess what they do? They seal the entrance. Yep, John's still in there. The cave is now his tomb. And to this day, Nutty Putty Cave is permanently closed because, no one wants a repeat of that nightmare. The Iceland Ice Cave collapse. All right, say, You're on a dream trip to Iceland, wandering through a massive glowing blue ice cave, snapping pics for the gram, then boom, Mother Nature decides, nah, you've had enough. And the ice cave collapses. That's exactly what happened on August the 25th, 2024, when a group of 23 tourists explored the Jökull Glacier. A huge chunk of ice came crashing down, killing an American tourist and severely injuring another. Search teams freaked out, thinking more people were trapped, leading to a massive 200-person rescue operation. But plot twist, everyone else was fine, and it turns out the head count was just wrong. Now, this disaster has Iceland rethinking ice cave tourism. Experts are like, yeah, maybe leading people into giant melting ice blocks isn't the best idea, so they're talking about tightening safety rules. Moral of the story? Stay safe out there. The Jimbo Ice Cave disaster. Imagine you're in Argentina, vibing inside the famous Jimbo Ice Cave, taking selfies for the gram, thinking, wow, nature is amazing. Then boom, the whole thing starts cracking like your phone screen after one bad drop. This went down just this year, when a group of 15 tourists and 2 guides explored the stunning but unstable ice cave. Out of nowhere, a deep rumble echoed through the cavern, and before anyone could react, massive slabs of ice came crashing down. Some managed to run, but others were trapped beneath literal tons of frozen death. Rescue teams fought against time, extreme cold and unstable ice, pulling survivors from the wreckage. Tragically, 5 people didn't make it. The collapse has sparked debates about the safety of ice cave tourism. Officials are now considering stricter regulations or even shutting down similar sites due to the unpredictable nature of these formations. Experts warn that rising temperatures and climate change are making ice caves even more unstable. For now, Jimbo Ice Cave remains closed, serving as a chilling reminder that ice caves may be Instagram-worthy, but nature doesn't care about your vacation plans. The Thailand Miracle Rescue. And finally, let's talk about the rising water tragedy in Thailand. Picture this. It's June 23rd, 2018. A group of 12 boys from a soccer team and their coach decide to explore the Tam Luang Nang Non Cave. They'd been there before, and it was supposed to be a fun little adventure after practice. Just a quick trip in, check out the caves, and head back. Except, this was the worst possible day to go caving, because while they're inside, the monsoon rains hit. And Tam Luang, it floods fast. Within an hour, the entrance is completely underwater. The boys and their coach are trapped. And we're not talking about getting stuck in a small passage. They are nearly 2.5 miles deep into the cave. No food, no light, no idea if anyone even knows where they are. It takes 9 days before rescuers even find them. 9 days of sitting in pitch-black darkness, barely breathing, waiting, hoping. When they are finally discovered, an international team of expert divers is called in to figure out how to get them out. The problem? The only way out is through miles of flooded, twisting tunnels. And these kids, they don't know how to dive. In one of the most daring rescues in history, divers come up with an insane plan. They'll sedate the boys, put them in full face masks, and literally drag them through the tunnels one by one. The entire operation takes 3 days. And against all odds, all 12 boys and their coach make it out alive. A miracle rescue in one of the deadliest caves on Earth. So yeah, next time you think about going caving, maybe double check that your exit strategy isn't just hope for the best. All that being said, I think it's only right we take a moment of silence for the lives lost in these cave accidents and many others that have happened at different times all around the world. Don't forget, always listen to Dante Dread.